blockchain technology testing has begun, and they are getting ready to integrate XRP and other digital assets into their platform. This is the main point of the film that we have here today. To put things in perspective, on April 25th, I got an email from SWIFT about the ISO 2022 payment initiatives. The email indicated that only 6 months are left. To wrap things up, time is of the importance. All partner banks and financial institutions must prepare for the new message standard. Looking more closely, it seems clear that SWIFT has been planning this for quite some time. Despite the lack of obvious promotion, the material is logical after watching the webinars and making sense of what they cover. View this video together. As an integral part of our partnership initiatives, we place a premium on collaborating with partners all the way through the innovation and experimentation process. As an example, we are in the process of testing connection with businesses who offer services built on DT-based technology. Has it slipped your mind? She spoke quite rapidly, so let's play it again. An integration pilot effort is now underway with services offered by businesses that use distributed ledger technology, DLT, are booming. At present, SWIFT is conducting tests of DLT-based systems with an emphasis on supply chain and trade finance projects, but it is also looking at other potential uses in different industries. Instantly, XDC is thought of whenever the subject of trade finance is brought up. When it comes to XDC2, you have a leg up on the competition. Keep in mind that CBPR Plus is SWIFT's big push to standardize international money transfers and make it easier to incorporate new solutions into their network. Among the blockchain-based payment systems that are expected to interact with CBPR Plus, Ripple stands out. Let us watch once everything is put into place. The following section of the film explains that testing remains a major obstacle for banks trying to improve their systems and procedures because these things are always changing. Instead of taking a straight route, payment signals must negotiate a labyrinth of procedures inside each financial institution. Conduits for financial transactions, engined for processing payments, screening instruments, and the financial system as a whole must undertake a rigorous testing plan. Before turning on the switch, everyone involved must do extensive testing to make sure they are prepared for anything, and more importantly, how to fix any problems that may arise. That financial institutions will be fully ready once the new system goes live is the main takeaway. Competent to handle these kinds of blockchain-based settlements. For XRP to flow freely over the SWIFT network, CBPR Plus is a must-have component. This document provides the specifics, and it goes hand in hand with SWIFT's announcement that the full implementation of CBPR Plus, which happened around 6 months ago, will be completed in just 1 year. It delves into the main points. Connecting financial institutions' internal systems to the SWIFT network, the Payments Hub Orchestrator facilitates transactions. This system integrates additional functionalities and accommodates diverse approaches, according to the publication. After that, it mentions this platform and stresses best practices to help institutions deploy CBPR Plus smoothly. You have the option to enable multiple payment channels, such as Ripple and Visa Direct. Another document from SWIFT shows CBPR Plus, again, this time connected to ISO requirements for international money transfers. Many blockchain-based solutions for speedy international transfers have been created by Ripple Financial Rewards. SWIFT is actively testing the XRP ledger, so if you still have doubts and think they aren't, you might want to reconsider. But how quickly banks will accept Bitcoin and what SWIFT's long-term plan is after launch are both unknowns. I always tell people not to get too caught up in certain deadlines. While SWIFT did set transition dates for banks, it will take bigger institutions like JP Morgan or Bank of America less time to adjust than smaller and medium-sized banks or credit unions. To stay competitive, these smaller institutions often rely on upgrades and support from SWIFT and other partners due to their lack of significant IT teams. At this very moment, we can only pray that they are moving forward. This text also includes another important issue, which is this means that in order to incorporate new financial platforms that are required to enable blockchain technology, the ISO 2020-22 data exchange protocols will need to be updated. On April 20, 2025, in a document called Modernizing Corporate Actions Technology Through Collaboration, SWIFT made mention to Chainlink 2. SWIFT has shown its dedication to blockchain integration by naming Chainlink as a partner. In addition, SWIFT supported a messaging-based Universal Shared Ledger on March 21, 2024. Make no mistake, Ripplet is a whole new kind of communications network. Although I can't wait to see how SWIFT's plan develops, I must stress that it is far from complete. A recent interview with Standard Chartered covered the topic of the need for a company-wide shakeup in order to successfully implement shared ledgers. A regulated liability network, RLN, was proposed by local resident Tony McLachlan in 2021. This network would use distributed ledger technology, DLT, to create a shared ledger that would record all types of regulated payments. All forms of financial transactions involving stablecoins, e-money providers, commercial banks, and central banks are included in this. Additionally, it's worth mentioning that SWIFT mentions Ripple and XRP in two separate official documents, indicating a potential plan to use Ripple's technology. Furthermore, Ripple is included strongly at the center of another SWIFT white paper. You can see Earthport, which is basically the same as Ripple down below. Actually, Ripple bought Earthport and added it to their network. Furthermore, other data must be taken into account. SWIFT also makes reference to GPI cryptocurrency, with XRP being named specifically as an example. It is crystal evident that that is a SWIFT document. Take into consideration that they might have listed any cryptocurrency asset. The question is, why choose this particular one, XRP? There is an easy way to fix this. Because Ripple stands out from the competition with its compliance-first policy, XRP is the cryptocurrency of choice for financial institutions. Achieving both goals at once is quite advantageous for banks, since they place a high value on compliance and risk mitigation. Usually, it all starts when banks reach out to statement from Ripple: we are intrigued by your ideas for international payments, particularly your stablecoins and the prospect of a private ledger tailored to our bank's needs. At these gatherings, Ripple is ready to show the bank their full suite of products and services, and